at one point it was a thrift store, this is all still a theory, by the way. There's no one there. I am moving again. I am. Hey, what's up, you guys? It's Audrey. Oh no. Listen, y'all. Listen. Oh, come here, Cookie. Come here. Hi, Cookie. This is Cookie. Do you mind if I film a video? Can you sit by me? Yeah? She's just staring into my soul. Look, say hi. What's this? Say hi. Hi, everybody. It's Audrey. I already said that. You guys read the title of this video, and in the last video in the moving series, I kind of left you guys on a cliffhanger, okay? I'll admit it. It was a cliffhanger. It was mean. I shouldn't have done it, but man, the opportunity presented itself and I took it. For those of you who are not caught up, please catch up. I have some other videos uploaded on my channel. I have my original moving vlog, then I have a studio makeover, and then the last most recent video was the studio tour. So those are all up on my channel if you want to go check those out, get a little more updated, and then come back here. Yeah, in the studio tour, I ended it off saying that I am in fact moving again. And that is true. I am moving again. I am. Who would have thought, right? Who would have thought? 3 times the charm? No, apparently 4 times the charm. I guess half of this channel is moving vlogs. I don't know how that happened. This is the 4th time I'm moving since I turned 18. I'm 19 right now, so if that gives you any idea. I'm moving again, and this time I'm upgrading yet again. I'm not gonna give any specifics. I'm not gonna tell you guys too much of what's going on because next week's video, you guys are gonna come hunting with me, and I'm gonna show you guys all the places I've been looking at and all of that. So that's next week's video. So I'm not gonna spoil too much. I just wanted to come on here, make a video, and give you guys like a real sit down, face-to-face kind of update video, because I'm sure a lot of you are so confused. I love my studio. I love my studio. My studio has been great. It's been so fun having a house. For those of you that don't know, this is actually a house. It's not like a studio apartment or anything. It's an actual house. And I have really enjoyed it. I've really loved it. It's been so fun being here. Now listen, even though it was one of my favorite places, there have been some cons, such as not having a kitchen or a shower and only having one sink. Yeah, some cons, okay? But, you know, I made it work. I've been here since January. I really have been making it work, but you know, if I hear one more gosh darn plate clinging in my bathroom sink while I'm washing it, I'm gonna lose my mind. I'm gonna lose it. So I finally decided, okay, you know what? I should probably find a more livable space. So that's exactly what I did, and that's why I'm moving. So, also, you guys saw the title. It's a little juicy, huh? A little juicy title. This is gonna be kind of a story time video, I guess. Just a bunch of little stories all in one video. I don't think I've ever really done one of these before, but let's do it. So, yes, my house is haunted. I swear to God, I'm not even kidding, it's haunted. I'm not kidding. It is. So let me try to recall some experiences to share with you guys. First of all, it's a weird building. This is like a commercial residential building in the middle of a really old neighborhood. So all of the houses around me are like old Victorian-esque style houses, like colonial style houses that have been here for years and years and years. There's this random building, the building that I'm in, with no walls on the inside. It's just the weirdest thing. So I have a conspiracy theory. I've tried to do research and I couldn't find anything. This building has been so many stores. It's been a daycare, it's been a thrift shop.
Smells like my baseball cleats.
Which I think plays into my theory. My theory is that maybe, oh hi miss, way back in the day, way back in the day, I think that this building was a house. I think it was a house. And I think something horrible happened here. Something terrible, something despicable, something heinous. And I think after it happened, everyone in the community was like, oh no, we can't have people living there after this horrible event took place. We can't have people living there. No, it's not gonna happen. Then I think that they just didn't demolish the building because it may have costed too much money, or they just didn't know what they would have done after they demolished it. So I think they left it here. This was forever ago. This is all still a theory, by the way. None of this is facts. Since this was so long ago, all the original members of the community, they passed away. They're no longer with us. And so I think there was nobody left to share the folklore behind this building. There was nobody here to say, hey, don't move in there. Some shady shit happened. There was nobody. They were all dead, okay? The property management company that owns this building, I think that they found it and they said, hey, that looks like a fine piece of property to me. So I think they bought it. I think they bought this building. And you know what? I think that after the heinous crime took place, the inside of the building was stripped. I think they took out all the flooring, they took out all the walls, they started to demolish it because the inside was just so ruined and tainted with the bad vibes. You feel me? That explains why there's no walls, there's no flooring, there's no nothing in here. And I think the property management company, like most, is very cheap. And they said, hey, we'll take the building just like this, list it as an office space, and we're good. I think that's what happened. And so now I think this property management company is renting out this weird property, not knowing the crazy history behind it. And that leads me to my final point, that I believe this place is haunted, and I think that's how it became haunted. I'm alone a lot because I don't have a lot of friends, so I have like a lot of time to like think about these kind of things. So, house is haunted. By who? I don't know. What happened? I don't know. Also, if it at one point it was a thrift store, that just adds to the haunted atmosphere, because if you have a bunch of people's belongings from like all over and you don't know whose they belong to in the past, like things have so much history just attached to things, and we'll never know the history because the items can't talk. That probably just brought in even more energy, you know, energy. Ooh. I think there was some crazy history to this place that I just can't find, and I think it's haunted. I believe in ghosts because there's no proof that they don't exist and there's no proof that they do exist. So you can't disprove or prove it. And I feel like the universe is endless. Who's to say ghosts don't exist, okay? Let me share my paranormal experiences with you guys. I'm probably gonna tell these super out of order. They're definitely not gonna be in like chronological order. I'm just gonna share them as they come to me. And the main one that I'm thinking of here, I was waiting for my boyfriend to come over in the first place. So I was here alone, I think I was completely alone. I don't even think, yes, I had 2 dogs, I think. I had 2 dogs, I was here alone. I was vibing. And I've told my boyfriend before, like, hey, text me when you get here because I get really spooked when I hear knocking on my door out of nowhere because humans scare me, okay? I've talked to him before about this, whatever. So I'm laying in bed, I'm waiting for him to get here, and I hear tapping on my window. I have a fish tank right here with my hamster in it. I'm gonna tap to give you guys like an idea of what it sounded like. Like it sounded like that, like kind of rapid, like someone's like tapping on the window, okay. A car is like slowly pulling up in front of my house and they just parked. No, they didn't even park. They're like halfway in the middle of the street. Okay, that's freaking weird. Skedaddle, please. You know, and it's dark outside. That makes it even worse. It's dark outside. I hear tapping on the window. I'm pissed, okay? Because first of all, it scared the shit out of me. It's like dead silent and all of a sudden I hear tapping on my door, like the window on the door. So I'm pissed off. So I text my boyfriend and I'm like,
Are you kidding? Like, I'm gonna be really mad at you. Like, I told you not to do that. I told you to like let me know when you're here. It's not funny.
And I was mad. Like I was genuinely upset. And then again, like right as I'm sending that message, I hear again on the window, like again. And that at that point my heart stops because he texts me back and says, I'm not at your house yet. So I'm freaking out because in my mind, I'm like, hey, logically, what could make that sound? Like logically, what did I just hear? There's no trees by my house. It wasn't windy or anything. There's no way something was bumping up against the window repeatedly and then just stopped. Like there's nothing that could have recreated that sound. I'm on edge and I'm like, what the flip? I open the curtains, there's no one there. And then later that night, that's where things get really freaking weird. My boyfriend and I, we're vibing, we're having a good time. He's finally here, we're chatting, we're talking. I think we're just sitting on the bed. Out of nowhere, like, I can't explain the feeling I got when this happened. It was insane. There was just a bang on the door. Like, not just like something falling or anything. It sounded like someone put all their force into like shouldering the door or like kicking the door. It genuinely sounded like someone was trying to kick the door down. It was just one giant bang. And get this, the dogs I had lost their shit. And it wasn't just like a bark bark, someone's outside. It was like angry, full-on attack mode, barking and freaking out. And I just look at my boyfriend. In that moment, I think that's like the most scared I've ever been. I just look at him, and in that moment, I'm like, if someone is about to break in right now, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Like, I don't know. So he gets up and like really quietly walks to the door so they don't know that we heard the sound or anything. And he pulls back the curtains and there's nobody there. If it was someone outside trying to knock the door down, I understand that if they hear a bunch of dogs freak out, they're gonna run away, you know, because they're gonna be like, oh shit, the dogs gave away my position or something. I don't know. So that makes sense if it was a person. Kind of even creepier if it was a person. I don't like that. That was terrifying. Ruined the night. Like, we had so much adrenaline after that. I was just like, ugh. My reason for suspecting that these are ghosts is because I have no proof that it was a human. And I just thought of something else. I think this happened before the last story I just told. I think this happened before that. It was super, super early in the morning, probably like 6. And as you guys probably have known, I had a dog named Shadow that I would board every day. So he would come over in the morning and leave at night. Every morning, I would wake up to kind of like a knock on the door to go get the dog and bring him in. And so I think it was like 6 or 7 in the morning. So it was really, really early. And I'm kind of asleep. I'm kind of awake. Whatever. Or I might have been awake. I can't remember. But all of a sudden, I hear knocking on the door. Distinct, like knocking, like someone's at the door. So normally when Shadow gets dropped off, he gets dropped off at this front door right here. This knocking was coming from the side door in the back. And I was like, okay, whatever. Maybe he just decided to come through the side door today and it's just really early for some reason. I was in my pajamas. I didn't have pants on. So I'm like, okay, let me hurry and throw some pants on. Right as I'm doing this, another knock on the door. Like probably 10 seconds after the first one. Another distinct knock, 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 knock. And I was like, oh shit, okay, whoever is at my door is really wanting to talk to me, right? So I put on my pants, probably less than 5 seconds later, I walk up to the door and I pull the curtain back to see who it is. There's no one there. No one. There's not a car. There's not someone running and ducking somewhere. Keep in mind, on the side of my house, it's a giant driveway. Giant. There's no place to hide. There's no place to like duck and run. Like if someone had knocked on my door and then ran and I opened the window within 5 seconds, I would have seen them running down the street or like running away. There's no way someone could have ran so far away in 5 seconds that I wouldn't have seen them. So I was like, what the fuck? No, we're not doing that. So that was unsettling. But like, what am I gonna do? What, like someone's pranking me by just knocking on my door and tapping on my window? Okay, so anyways, that was a story. Maybe my house isn't haunted and maybe I literally just have like a stalker. That could also be it. One of the nights, I can't remember what night it was. I think it was the night that I was with my boyfriend and the loud like bang happened on the door. I was going onto YouTube on my phone. You know how Instagram updated and now when you scroll, it like automatically takes you to the next post? So I was on my YouTube homepage and like I opened the app and it was frozen. Like I went to click on a video and it just didn't click. And right after I tried to do that, ew, this gives me the chills. I don't know if you guys will think this is like spooky, but I think it's spooky. All of a sudden, my home screen does like how Instagram scrolls. My thumb isn't even on the screen, okay? And it just goes scroll, stop, scroll, stop, scroll, stop, scroll, stop. Like at each video, like it just scrolls and stops and scrolls and stops and scrolls and stops for like 5 seconds. Oh, it gave me the weirdest feeling because YouTube has never done that before. Never. I wasn't scrolling. It's not like I had been scrolling a bunch and then it lagged and then caught up and then scrolled. It just started scrolling. I don't like that. It's the things like that that make me lean more towards ghosts, because electronic stuff has a lot to do with ghost activity more than an intruder. And then also some other weird things. One time, my boyfriend was at work, his PC is here, and he was getting a notification that someone was trying to log on to his PC. And I was like, your PC isn't even on. And he was like, send me a picture. And I sent him a picture and it wasn't even on. And I was sitting next to it on my computer the whole time, so I knew it wasn't on. And he was just getting a notification that somebody was trying to get on the PC, even though it wasn't even on. I'm spooking myself out telling these stories. I'm so glad I'm not here alone right now, because I'm like scaring myself. I don't know if these sound scary to you guys. It's scarier when you're experiencing it, you know? It's different when I'm just telling the story. There's definitely been some other experiences. I just can't remember everything right away. I remember back, way back, kind of when I first had moved in here. My boyfriend had just left. He was going home for the night and it was dark and you know, and I was in the bathroom getting ready to go to bed, and all of a sudden I hear footsteps outside. So all around my house is gravel. So if someone's walking out there, like, I'm gonna be able to hear it. It's not grass or anything. And I hear footsteps right outside the wall, like directly outside the wall. I just froze and I was like, what the fuck? Then there's some like extra chain link just wrapped up on the ground outside, and I deadass heard someone walk into the chain link. I heard the chain link, like, you know, getting hit or like touched, and that's when like my heart dropped and I ran out of the bathroom into here. I called my boyfriend like on FaceTime and I'm like freaking out, and then I hear something brush up against the door. You know, when you're trying to squeeze past like a tight space and you have to rub against the wall? That's what it sounded like, and I lost it. I just started bawling and I was like, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? My boyfriend's like, I'm turning around, like I'm coming back. I was freaking out, because if someone were to break in, I would be a goner. I would die. I did have my hot pink baseball bat and a butcher knife. I had like a hot pink baseball bat and a butcher knife, and I was like, don't fuck with me. That was terrifying as well. I guess, you know, it could be chalked up to just being like a human, but is that scarier? Is that even scarier to know that there was an actual person? Because ghosts can't really hurt me, you know? Maybe they can leave like a scratch or two. They can't really hurt me. A human, humans are really scary. Like, ugh. Anyways, that was just, terrifying. I've also had a couple experiences where I'll be in the bathroom and like my boyfriend will be out here, or my boyfriend will be in the bathroom and I'll be out here, and one of us will just be like, what? Like, what did you say? Whoever's like in here is like, I didn't say anything. And that's happened a couple times where I'll like be in the bathroom and I'll hear my boyfriend be like, hey, or like, Audrey. And then I'll be like, what? And then he'll be like, what? And we would not play pranks on each other like that, because we are both starting to get sus that like something else is happening. So we would not prank each other like that. And that's happened a couple times, and it's just been super unsettling. And then also one night we were going to bed. We had just turned all the lights off. We were going to bed. Out of nowhere, it sounded like a cat or like a dog was under the bed just whining. Like out of nowhere. It was just like whining or like making like a hissy, upset noise. And I didn't have a dog that night. Actually, the dog had just left earlier that morning, and my first thought was like, oh my, do I still have a dog? Like, did the dog not go home? There was nothing else there. There was no dog. There was nothing. And my boyfriend searched the whole house. I mean, it's only one room, so like, where could something be hiding? He looked under the bed and everything. Nothing was there. I don't know what sound could resemble a dog / cat whining and hissing. What else could have made that noise? You know what I mean? That's where I really get stumped. I'm like, what could have made that noise? Because I always want to pass it off as like a logical thing before I jump to like, oh my god, it's haunted. One more thing I can think of. They just keep coming to me now. The PTSD is like getting lifted off, and they're really coming to me. Another time, I was home alone. I was sitting at the computer. It was during the day, and I was just vibing. And you know when you live in a house where there's like 2 stories and people are above you and you can hear them like walking around, or you can hear them drop something or something like that? I'm used to living in apartment complexes. I'm used to living at my family's house where it was really common for people to just be like walking around and dropping things and moving shit around, you know? So I'm sitting at my computer. I'm hearing kind of like footsteps, and I'm also hearing, like, it sounds like bowling balls are getting dropped above me. It would shake the ceiling and the walls would shake. It wasn't raining, it wasn't windy, and I'm thinking like, oh, it's just the people upstairs. I don't have an upstairs. There's nothing upstairs. It's just a roof. It's a roof. That's it. And at first I was dismissing it because those are sounds I'm so used to hearing, like in a house or an apartment complex, that I was like, whatever, it's nothing. And then I was like, wait a damn minute. That is something. And I never found out what that was, but I told my boyfriend and I was like, what the flip? And also, funny little thing, like a week after that, my swamp cooler had to get fixed, which required someone to go onto the roof and fix it. And as soon as they step onto the roof and I'm hearing them walk around, I look at my boyfriend and I'm like, this is exactly what I was hearing that one day when I thought that like someone was on my roof. Ooh, unsettling, I know. Yeah, it got to a point where I just got afraid to sleep here alone because it was either haunted or I had a stalker. Like, at this point, there's enough evidence that something had to be going on. It was not me overreacting or making things up, because not only did I react, my boyfriend reacted, and the dogs also reacted. There are a lot of other stories too. I feel like I've bored you guys. This video is already really long. I feel like I just started talking. Once I start talking, I don't stop. So I'm gonna leave it at that. Those are some of the stories, and that is not the reason I'm moving. I wouldn't say I'm not moving just because I've heard like spooky noises. I'm moving for like a bunch of different reasons. I feel like I've just outgrown this space, especially with having so many animals. I feel like it's just time for me to upgrade a little bit. That's why I'm moving. My house is haunted or I have a stalker. I don't know. Hopefully I don't find out, like for sure. Hopefully I never find that out. I would rather go not knowing the truth. Yes, I am moving. And if you guys haven't caught on by now, every Sunday I will be posting a moving related vlog. Every single Sunday throughout the whole summer, I will be posting a moving vlog every single Sunday. Be sure to subscribe. Turn on post notifications if you don't want to miss these moving vlogs. I promise I will actually be posting them. I actually have a schedule and I've planned things out, and I think I'm going to be able to do it this time. And in the meantime, go check out all the old moving vlogs I have on my channel. I have a lot of moving vlogs on my channel, so go check those out. I'm super excited for this new series. I'm super excited for you guys to see the whole process, and I've really been trying to document it well for you guys, so you guys can actually be a part of it this time. Yeah, I'm moving again, and I'm really excited, and it's gonna be really fun. I love moving. It's really stressful, but at the same time, I really do like it. That's all for this one. Feel free to check out some other videos on my channel, check out my links in the description, and I'll see you guys in the next one.